The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the woke system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress?
A dude?
Look again. Who is it?
That wasn't a woman?
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them.
What are they?
Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are at the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you here. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What?
I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits?
No, Neo. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
I identify as an innocent human being.
Konnichiwa, my dear Chinese amigos. Your favorite president is here in China. I'm here to meet with your lovely dictator Xi, great friend of mine, a bit of a party pooper. I told him he was the Kung Flu Panda one time, and he didn't even smile. And when I ask him for McDonald's and a Diet Coke, he offers me tea and friggin' sushi. Or whatever it is you guys eat here in China. Probably dogs, like Somalis in Ohio. Anyway, thank you for inviting me to your lovely country. Remember to keep spraying Lysol in Wuhan. We don't want another fake virus to come from China. Anyway, arigato, bitches.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Sky here from Woke Societies. It's episode number 1105. It is May 14th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the ahs down the chats over on pilled.net. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the show. It is Thirsty Thursday. We got a big Trump China summit. We're going to break it all down, guys. Big things going down. It looks like a mega deal may be on our way. But Trump's making deals. He's wheeling and dealing, doing his thing. And on top of that, we got to talk about this CIA civil war that's kind of happening, and we're going to be breaking down a bunch of news about what happened with this whistleblower and this story about the ODNI Tulsi Gabbard having her office supposedly raided but not getting raided. It's royally pissing me off, and I think heads need to roll. And we're going to get into some MAGA wins here, guys, as we roll into Friday. So, if you guys can, please smash the red pill. Keep the gold pills flowing, the stickers flying, and please give my mods all the love you can possibly give them. Big show here, guys. Great to be here on a Thursday. My goodness. You guys are ramped up in the chat. I love to see it. Love to see it. Before we dive into everything, though, as we always do, guys, let's say hello to the fam. We got Enemy and my enemy, A from PA. We got a raid coming in from Drunk Pinata. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate all the love coming from Drunk Pinata show. Enemy out there wasn't me. Heather July's back in the house today. Not working overtime. That's all right. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. We got Spirit Dougie. Welcome in, friends. We got Stern and Kind. That's a new name. Welcome in, my friend. Joey Hawk. Duana Q of Lurks. Kim Iowa in the house. Shepherding Shepherd. Tim Vizine. Or Team Vizine. We got Dong Sock. Mix Picks. Welcome in, friends. We got A from PA. Dowcon. We got Thigh Cray. Welcome in, buddy. We got Sartire for Retards. Welcome in, Core Cousin. Senor Poyo, Chris the Crusader. We got Cyber out there crushing. Kinda Canadian. What up, Kinda Canadian? Great to see you out there. Roy Stones and Bones. My name is D. Fuji Cash. It's great to see Fuji out there. Your boy Spencer Fuji. He's lighting it up. He's lighting them up. Karen Bass, I think she's gonna get smoked. Spencer Pratt moved up 12 points in the polls. Hopefully we'll talk a little bit about that today. Trump just posted about China, guys. 1 second. We'll get that pulled up. We got, let's see, G Watts. Welcome in, friend. Gambera. Awesome. Crystal loves David. There you go. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. The Sad Rumble chat. It is Bamlo, UFO Pirate. Welcome in, guys. Bendeco. And Fighting Irish is back in the fold. Okay. All right. Very, very good. And the awesome YouTube chat. Because at least I know the people over there are real. We got Chrissy Tina out there as always. Chess teacher, what up? Tom Stevenson says, I'm not a bot. Well, that's fantastic. Welcome in, guys. I'm glad we could get that settled because over on Rumble, it's nothing but that over there. My goodness. Fuji says, Karen needs a run for the mayor of Havana. I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, Karen is not doing too well. She is sinking in the polls, and TMZ tried to do some bullshit to Spencer, and I fucking hate those people. They'll do anything to slave away to the Liberal Party, to the communists, to the Dems. But I think Spencer's gonna be okay. I think Spencer needs to get that endorsement from Trump. I'm assuming that's gonna be coming at this point because I mean, who the fuck? Who was going to vote for those clowns burn down all those houses? So yes, Fat Ninja, hope you guys are not tired of the winning. We have a huge show here as we always do. I cannot wait to get into it. Big stuff. China and Trump, they are, I mean, at least from what we could tell, it was all good vibes. Everything was nice and kosher. It looks like they want to move forward. Trump just put out a big Truth Social post about China. I don't know what it's saying just yet. I'm going to try to pull this up after the news blitz. But yeah, guys, we're obviously be talking about that. Trump was treated like a king, a legit king out there, and it was awesome. And we got to talk about some stuff, guys, in regards to Tulsi Gabbard, the CIA, Ratcliffe, and this whole fucking thing that happened with this leak. Because Trump's gonna. All I can tell you guys, when Trump gets home, he's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be pissed about this whole thing with this this whistleblower, the CIA guy that we didn't really play too much of yesterday. I wasn't too sure about him, and I'm glad we pointed that out because this guy was associated with some pretty bad people. But we'll end the show, guys, with some big wins. And guys, by the way, don't know if you heard, but commercialized free energy is about to hit the market in a year. No one's talking about it. It's a pretty damn big deal. You guys don't want to, you guys, all of you out there, you all charge your cell phones, right? Imagine not having to charge your cell phone anymore and the implications of where that's going to be going. So we have a lot to get into, guys. Lots of funnies as per usual. So please smash the red pill. Keep the gold pills flowing. We're already at 1,200 and counting. 20K is that daily goal, as we always do. Let's keep that rock and rolling, guys. Repost the show. Like, share, subscribe, Rumble, YouTube, all that good stuff. We have a news blitz, guys. And it's Thursday. Let's fucking do it. Oh no, guys, we got another Democrat that's gone MIA. Where in the world is Frederica Wilson? Where's she at? 83-year-old 83 years old, for fuck's sake, is MIA. Will someone go check if she fell down the stairs? My goodness. While the House of Representatives was busy casting votes this week, 83-year-old Democrat Rep. Frederica Wilson out of Florida was MIA. She's reportedly missed a whopping 43 straight House votes, while I would assume she's probably dead. And her office has provided zero explanation, for fuck's sake. Worse than not providing any public information, those running Wilson's social media accounts appear to be recycling old photos and presenting them as if they're new. Someone call the police, because Frederica, I don't think she's alive. Over here, guys, from the post-millennial, no big deal from the Baltimore mayor is being accused of spending $167,000 in taxpayer funds on crab cakes, baby showers, and flowers. Oh, yes. This DI hire straight out of Maryland. We got Mayor Brandon Skies involved in an escalating battle with the city's Inspector General Isabel Mercedes Cumming over government transparency and allegations of fraud within city programs. The conflict began after Cummings' office flagged concerns related to Baltimore's youth diversion program, a city-run initiative she criticized for having poor data collection. Cummings' office later referred two potentially fraudulent invoices tied to the program to law enforcement, and the dispute expanded after Baltimore officials provided Cummings' office with heavily redacted invoices. Why would you redact invoices? In response, the Inspector General issued a subpoena seeking unredacted documents. The city declined to comply, and now officials are getting pissed off, and now it looks like, yeah, this retard for the last 3 years has been spending quite a lot of money on birthday celebrations, employee appreciations, baby showers, and flowers, and also fucking crab cakes. Throw this retard in prison, and please be done with him. Speaking of retards, from the Gateway Pundit, Newsom's former chief of staff pleads guilty to wire fraud charges related to case involving Democrat gubernatorial candidate Xavier Becerra. Man, the Dems really love to burn their own people down when they need it. California Governor Gavin Newsom's former chief of staff pleaded guilty to 3 felony charges in a public corruption probe in a case involving Democrat gubernatorial candidate Xavier Becerra. Democrat Xavier Becerra is currently running for California governor. He's the definition of the California swamp. And Becerra previously served as the California Attorney General and in the Biden admin as the Secretary of Health and Human Services. And when the Democrats are really done with you, they are really done with you. And over here, guys, an update on this crazy story from a Utah author of children's grief book, Corey Richens, sentenced to life in prison for fentanyl poisoning of her husband. No big deal. She had no emotion when she was sentenced. Corey Richens, the Utah mother convicted of killing her husband and writing a grief-themed book for her children, has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. I mean, what? I feel so bad for the kids. She kills her husband, then she writes a grief book about her husband, and then she's the one to be found that killed him and overdosed him on fentanyl. Now she's spending the rest of her life in prison. Her kids have no parents. Absolutely devastating. And yeah, she's going to be spending probably a long time in hell. Over here, guys, from Zero Hedge, you guys, the ceasefire. We had a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. Well, it ended. And what did Russia do? Send over 1,500 missiles and drones on Ukraine in 48 hours after the V-Day ceasefire. I don't know if this shit's ever going to end, guys, but we'll keep hoping. And oh, guys, the Eric Swalwell saga keeps growing as the billionaire Democrat donor Stephen Klubeck, who publicly cut ties with the now resigned congressman and ejected him from his California mansion after sexual assault allegation service, was himself just arrested on Tuesday morning in West Hollywood on a felony charge of attempting to prevent or dissuade a victim or a witness from testifying. What the fuck? What is up with these people? Kubek posted a $300,000 bond and was released within hours. It is unclear what underlying case the charge relates to. We don't know if it's regards to him, to his best friend Swalwell. No one has any idea. But the former CEO of Diamond Resorts International had previously demanded the return of over $1 million he spent supporting Swalwell's now suspended gubernatorial campaign, and it looks like he's also trying to intimidate witnesses. Over here, guys, from the post-millennial, police are seeking suspect in murder of trans student at the University of Washington. Usually it's the other way around, but my goodness, out of Seattle, someone took out a tranny, and yeah, you still can't commit murder, but they're still trying to find this dude. But again, this is coming out of Seattle. Everyone just shrugs their shoulders and moves on. And over here, guys, from the Gateway Pundit, deranged leftist TikToker has now been sentenced to 14 months after calling for Trump supporters to be murdered. And when you just look at her eyes, she seems like a pretty base, sane person, doesn't she? And over here, guys, from the post-millennial, Washington moves to punish school superintendents who do not keep students' trans identity secret from their parents. Yes, guys, Washington school continues to become more communist by the day, as they're now going to be punishing school superintendents against the superintendents who are against keeping the trans identity a secret from their parents. You cannot make this shit up, guys. And this should have made gigantic news, guys. I don't know why it didn't, but underwater bomb was found at a dam that supplies all of the drinking water for Mobile, Alabama. I mean, why was this not major breaking news? No one knows. But divers performing routine maintenance at the Converse Reservoir Dam on Big Creek Lake on Wednesday found a grenade-type IED submerged underwater, directly threatening the primary drinking water supply for the entire city of Mobile and surrounding areas. Luckily, the FBI bomb squad got it, and I guess it's still being investigated. I'll try to follow up with that, guys, and that is today's News Blitz. What the fuck, man? It's just an entire city's drinking water that had an IED planted on it. For fuck's sake, I was going through the News Blitz, guys, and I'm like, I cannot be laughing this much. These are terrible things, but it's like everyone's so glued to what's going on in China, and there's so many crazy other stories happening like this one. If I lived in Mobile, Alabama, I think I'd want to know that someone tried planting bombs on the dam of all my drinking water. My God, man. My God. Well, now you guys know. At least you're informed. We're getting there. We're going to get you guys all caught up in all the craziness throughout the country and the world. We have a huge show going on here, guys. Trump making major moves over in China, and it's going to be great. And we also got some updates coming out of Marco Rubio, and I got to get Trump's True Social post up as well. We're going to figure that. I'm going to read that because it was a big, fat, long one. But before we get into all that, guys, we got Gold Pills coming in. Enemy says, much love, woke fam. Happy Friday Eve. Thank you, brother. Eric Super Patriot with the can. I got you. Send your post. Did you hear the Chinese version of the YMCA? I did not, but I heard of videos of it. Not heard, but I saw. Did not hear it, though. Was it funny? That's awesome. Send your post. Thanks for the shades, my friend. Thigh Cray with a cookie. Kim, Iowa. Send your post. Not done. This guy at work said Trump wants to put his face on the $100 bill and take off God. In God we trust. I told them fake. These fucking people, dude. I don't know how you guys work around people with TDS. I couldn't do it. I'd probably quit. We got Sterling Kind coming in now with another cookie. Appreciate you, my friend. Thanks for hanging on the stream, and thanks for the donation. I appreciate you. Coffee Talks says, appreciate the work you do. 6-year anniversary party. We will have music, conversation, a panel, and giveaways at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. You got a coffee. I'm trying to spread the love around. I'm glad you're still here, and thank you so much for that love. Senor Polio with 1 month bronze tier sub. Thank you, my friend. And Sterling Kind throwing down more cookies. And Kim, Iowa, throwing down a cookie as well. Thank you guys so much. We got 1,600 gold pills and counting. 20K is that daily goal to keep this place running. And yeah, keep me full time. I appreciate it. Pill appreciates it. This is our platform, the only platform that we stream on when we go exclusive. So all you other guys out there, I appreciate you as well. And Rumble, YouTube, Kick, whatever it is, I appreciate you. But get ready to make the move over to Pilled, as we always do exclusively for the full entire 2-hour, almost 2.5-hour show that we do now. And get ready to move. Guys, we have big stuff to get into. Trump's making mega deals over in China. We're going to go through the whole entire experience because Trump got treated like a king. The ramifications, the fallout, what's going on with Iran, with all this. The intel communities seem like they're at some kind of civil war. We're going to get down to the bottom of that, and we're going to have some funnies and some Trump wins as well. So, guys, we got Jesus coming back to the Capitol. This is good news. This is going down, I think, this weekend. So enjoy this video, fam, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
Stage is going up on the National Mall, but it isn't for your typical concert. For 9 hours this Sunday, from 9 a.m. to about 6 p.m., some of the biggest names in religion, Franklin Graham, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, Pastor Samuel Rodriguez, they are going to be leading what's being called Rededicate 250, a national jubilee of prayer, praise, and Thanksgiving. As you can see, crews are working overnight to set up this stage, a very neoclassical look similar to the Lincoln Memorial. You see the columns there. A description online says the event is meant to give thanks for God's presence in our national life throughout 250 years of American history and asking for his guidance for the next 250. Now, I know you see those ginormous speakers up on the stage. There will be music like, for example, the United States Marine Band, the United States Navy band will be playing, and a bunch of other groups. Just a big heads up if you want to come here. There's fencing and there's security measures everywhere. And again, we're still several days away from this. A lot of the mall is fenced off because there's a bunch of things happening on the mall this weekend. So best bet's going to be Metro. My name is Joseph. I'm a local news reporter. Follow along because I'm always talking about things happening in our nation's capital.
Way better than the LGBTQ mafia bullshit.
Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up guys and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the messages. The method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. If anything you might say that passes their defenses, wake up and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Woke Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
Oh, Veronica Q, yes. What kind of crack is she on? We don't know. It's some of that good stuff, though. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It's Scott here from Woke Societies. It's episode number 1105. It is May 14th, 2026 here on a Thirsty Thursday. Welcome to all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Build.net. Welcome in, friends. Oh, so good. So good. You just never know when you're going to see a crackhead or a Fenty just go absolutely nuclear on the sidewalks and just let it rip. You just never know. All right, guys. She held the cigarette and the phone, Senor Pollo. She held on to both. That, my friends, is impressive. Thank you guys again. Sour Time for Retards for getting that 1 month bronze tier sub from Senor Pollo. Welcome to the Monday night shows. We got Stern in kind again with the double cookies in Kim, Iowa. Thank you for the cookies, guys. Let's get those goal pills. Rocking and rolling, fam. 20K is that daily goal. Now let's keep it crushing. All right. I'm ready. So, guys, because we're on an insane time zone difference between here and China, like all the festivities seem to be taking on. Basically, as soon as the show was ending, essentially last night, it's like all this shit always happens as soon as the show fucking ends. And leading into the middle of the night and into the morning, all the festivities, because we saw yesterday, we broke down a lot of just Trump arriving on the plane, the CEOs, Elon Musk, just this amazing entourage. And basically a show, and not just a show, but basically a complete layout that you would have for like a king's arrival into China. And I know I gotta, again, this is all expected, right? But you gotta give China some credit here. All I can think about when I watch all this play out, fam, is it feels like America has respect again. This is what it feels like when America is truly at its super power stage as the top dog in the entire world. You get the respect of the superpower that is warranted. And, you know, as an American having to go through, and all you guys out there having to go through the worst fucking presidency that we've ever had with Sleepy Joe and that nasty slut Kamala Harris, this is the type of stuff that I like to see that makes me super proud to be, again, part of this country. And even when Joe Biden, all these other retards, Joe Biden wasn't running it, but all these other retards that were running it, I still love being an American. But as far as the pride, and as far as like this apologetic woke mind virus that started with Obama, it finally feels like, guys, we have shedded that way of thinking and that energy and those vibes around being an American. And to me, as an American watching all this play out, that's what makes me feel so invigorated watching all this. And not just that, but also history being made. And guys, like, I didn't have this started here with this picture, but I just happened to see it. Like, it's so weird for me seeing black and white as a kid, because growing up learning about history, when I would see black and white photos, like, man, this shit's ancient. This is so old. Like, we're so far advanced. And like, thinking about our history, guys, we're only 250 years old this year. And like, it's these types of photos that I'm about to show you here that are going to be iconic, okay? And it's going to be awesome one day to hopefully tell our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren that we got to literally experience this and watch it in real time during the days of the internet, and being able to discuss this with their online friends, with their online patriots, and amazing people of this country, as we finally have leadership here that is warranted a superpower welcome and a superpower summit. And as much as we cannot stand China, I mean, again, this is way above my pay grade to be going into a country like China and trying to make deals and trusting them. It's tough. It's tough. And why is it tough personally for me, guys? Is because of COVID-19. Now, again, I've said, do I think China is fully 100% responsible for COVID-19? Absolutely not. But those motherfuckers, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them for this. They absolutely leveraged COVID-19 just as any other country would have when the superpower America had their stolen election thanks to Joe Biden, and they completely took advantage over the United States for the last 4 years with that retard in office. Any other country can't put it past them, but they completely reneged on all their previous promises about farmers, soybeans, you guys name it, helping us out. But now this is a new time, and it's so crazy covering all this because, again, this is history, and I just want to make sure that I get this correct here. I think that was the Temple of Heaven or something like that, where they had met. And this stuff, you know, if we don't have woke history books, this is the type of stuff that we're going to be looking at one day. And we are truly living in historic times. The entire world is watching this event, as Xi has stated to Trump as well. And as we're going to go through all this, I'm going to show you guys the entrance that Trump got earlier today, and also an interesting tidbit that Xi brought up as far as it was almost a metaphor and talking about a Greek story about the Spartans and Spartan and Athens being at each other's throats, and talking about, are we going to move on as partners essentially, or are we going to fall into the trap? And it was an interesting notion that G had put out, and the energy coming off of Trump the entire time. And again, Trump, this is the thing, like, watching Trump for as long as we have, Trump loves being buttered up. He loves being buttered up. Loves it. But Trump also And I think this is what disarms his opponents, disarms his rivals, and disarms his enemies. We have seen this countless times. Trump is the perfect politician in a way, as when he's not in front of you, he is going to talk mega shit about you, your country, your politicians, the way you fight wars, the way you trade. He will go completely bonkers at you while he's taking a dump in the White House on a presidential toilet at 3 in the morning. And when he's in your face, when he goes and visits, Trump is as nice as pie, giving you the double handshake, the pat in the arm, the pat in the back. It's like Uncle Trump came for a Christmas fucking dinner. And he butters you up. And he butters these leaders up. And he completely disarms them. And where do we see this last time, guys? The most recent example was with Mamdani. You guys remember how we were all mind-fucked when he met Mamdani? And we thought, like, this guy's a full-blown communist, giant piece of shit. Not only that, New York City is where Trump's from. Like, that's where Trump made his name. And this piece of shit is trying to get, tax billionaires, go after everyone. And they say they're going after the rich, but really they're going to end up eating the poor alive, making that city a giant shithole than it already is. And he was completely nice. Mamdani's like, fuck, man, what are we going to do about that? What's going on here? We're out here, too. Like, what's going on? These guys should be going at it. But that's not what happens. And he did the same thing with Xi. Buttered him up. And this is why, I used to get so pissed off about media narratives in the Mockingbird media. But they like I said, we cannot expect the media to give Trump any kind of credit. Zero credit at all about any of this. Because like we said yesterday, no matter what Trump does or what he did, if it's too little, too much, why are you cozying up to a communist? Or why, if you don't cozy up enough, why are you afraid of Xi? It's going to be one of those two narratives here. So Trump said, just fuck you all. I'm bringing over our 30 top CEOs. The 30 top CEOs of our country. Let's make some fucking deals, shall we? Can we finally make some deals? And again, I trust Trump to do this. My only personal, surface level, we can only get so much out here in the public. My thing is, because of COVID-19 and everything that ensued with China, I don't trust China. I don't trust their communist government. All these fuckers do is steal our shit. And I'm a little anxious, not anxious, but I'm a little at arm's length about helping China in any kind of way. And I mean, obviously Trump knows what's going on a geopolitics scale, what they were doing with Russia, with Iran, Venezuela, all their proxies, these shadow proxies that were strangling the United States for a very long time, really strangled us under Biden. And now we want to do business. That's what at least has been said. So let's get into this, shall we? Because like I said, Trump got the royal greeting here. This is pretty fucking epic. And Xi now is supposed to be coming to the United States in the end of September. So I don't think Trump's just going to put out some egg rolls for Xi when he gets to the United States, because what the Chinese did, I got to give them credit. They put on a fucking show. They put on a show for Trump, and it was very respectful of a superpower, to say the least. So Trump and Xi are in the up on the steps. Trump's got a shit-eating grin smile the entire time. Like, okay, let's get it on. So they're like, we're gonna do a little lap. We're gonna do a lap around here. Today we're gonna walk over here. We're gonna keep walking over here. A little more over here. A little bit more. walk over here. Like, G doesn't even acknowledge his soul. He don't give a fuck about us. He don't give a fuck about these people, bro. Tell you what, guys, Trump got his steps in. Trump got his steps in on this trip. Thank God he's not 500 pounds, because Sleepy Joe we even make it down the 2 steps. Bro, Dragon Slayer, when that guy had the sword, I'm like, yo, get that fucking sword away from our dude. Get that fucking sword away from our dude. You fight, yeah, samurai, dude, samurai jumping out of trees. Get that sword away from Trump. Right meow. Oh, it's so good, man. All right, so we're gonna walk over here, right over here. And then Trump's favorite part. Oh, all the kids. All the kids. Their parents all starved to death, but at least we got the kids to, get some of those Amazon American flags and jump up and down for Trump. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. If not one of those kids didn't jump, you know that kid was the last time that kid was going to be on planet Earth. Okay, shut up now. Yeah, Francie, now get back to the Nike warehouse. Oh my God, you guys are savage. Savage. So the only thing that would have made this better if Trump checked his phone to see how many steps he got in on that walk. But on a more serious note, guys, this is what you got from Xi, and they were bringing Trump to all kinds of monuments, all kinds of landmarks throughout China, obviously the most special ones. And I just wanted to show you guys the respect that they were giving to Trump here. And after they did their pageantries, their optics, their historical summit, because guys, this is only going to happen after this one more time here in the United States when Xi comes to town. These only happen like a couple of times, maybe a few times, in the history and during an administration. These are very high level, high powered meetings here. And, I was very curious to see how they're going to treat Trump. And ever since he got off the plane, it's been nothing but respect, which is something we would hope to see. And there's been no games being played. So once they got all this together, they got the entire entourage in. Rubio's in there. They got Trump in there. And this is the type of stuff that Xi was putting out there to Trump about how they wanted to basically move forward and what's going to happen with their meetings that happened earlier today. I love when you hit play and it doesn't play.
The whole world is watching our meeting. Currently, transformation not seen in a century is accelerating across the globe, and the international situation is fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. They are the questions of our times that you and I need to answer as leaders of major countries. This year...
So basically, guys, Xi is putting out the messaging here that, again, they want to move forward. Xi does not want to be moving forward as rivals. That's what he's claiming optically to the public about what he is wanting. We don't want to be rivals. Why can't we be partners? And this is why I think there's a lot of reasons why we did what we did in Iran, but I think obviously a major reason why Trump did what he did is because he went in with maximum leverage because, again, we don't need the Hormuz Strait, right? And Trump also knows if they didn't go into Iran, Xi would probably be saying these same things right now about wanting to move forward, not as rivals, but as partners. And probably Trump would give him a smile, but behind closed doors, when they get the real meetings, it's like, bro, we really know you don't mean that shit. But the thing is, Trump doesn't need words to disarm Xi. He doesn't need a smile. He doesn't need to do the nice handshake, the pat in the arm. All of the actions of a superpower have already been proven with Venezuela and Iran already. They don't need to have these pageantries if they really didn't want to, and the leverage is already there. And now it's like, well, even if you were saying that you just wanted to just optically be partners and allies, now you are going to be forced to be partners with the United States. Because guess what? Whoever controls that strait is going to control a major portion of the energy to China and to Asia as a whole. And that is leverage that they have lost. You know damn well China is not going to get into a full-blown war with the United States. Our country could survive it. I really don't believe that China's country, its economy, its leadership, how many generals has Xi fired or had disappeared or officials disappeared because of their downfalls and their obvious holes in their military that they cannot compete with us still. They cannot compete. Xi is not going to get into a kinetic war with the United States. They'd get destroyed. And a lot of our shit would get fucked up too. No one has a stomach for that, and there's no reason to get into that. There is zero reason. And the thing is, who's in the weaker position here? It's certainly not America. It's certainly not Trump. It is Xi. And the fact that, again, we have Iran where we have Iran, by their balls, going into China like this, it just adds to what Trump wants to accomplish here. And again, would any other president get this done? Would any other president... I gotta be honest, it would obviously be news, but any other world leader going to visit Xi, me personally, if it wasn't Trump, I personally don't even know if I would even care. And I don't know if that's a sad thing to say, because we've had Trump in our faces for so long now, and we are so used to the way Trump does business and the way he conducts himself. It's like, I can't think of anyone else that is going to make me prouder to be an American and know we will be fully represented. And whatever Trump ends up doing, we are going to get America first deals, and it's going to benefit our country. Otherwise, if it wasn't Trump, I don't think any of this is getting done. None of it. Not from Biden, not from an AOC, not from a Gavin Newsom. Go down the list, guys. Especially not from the Democrats. Go down the list. And I'm not dogging J.D. Vance. Maybe J.D. Vance. Maybe Marco Rubio. I don't know. There's just something different about how Trump conducts himself. And like I said, when he goes into these meetings, he disarms his enemies. He disarms his rivals with this good dude vibe. Super polite. And you guys throw out game theory a lot in the chat. That is obviously and absolutely in play here. It always is. It's all part of the Game of Thrones. Because when you listen to Trump respond back to him, it's all niceties.
All of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them. We asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that...
And this is why Trump's different than the rest, guys. Does Trump bring generals? Does Trump bring his war cabinet? Does Trump bring in the politicians and the government officials? He does from his cabinet, obviously. But what does Trump bring with him? He brings the businessmen and women. Not the twos that he said, not the threes. Trump requested the ones. You're talking trillions of dollars, guys. Trillions of dollars between these people. Their businesses. Elon Musk, my God. The richest man on the planet. That's who Trump brings to China. Let's make some deals. We brought our best as a sign of respect to you, and it will be reciprocal. That's what Trump said to Xi. And the thing is, Trump's not an idiot, obviously. He knows what China is about. But he brought the A-team. And that's a sign of respect. Trump's not bringing all these people. All these people aren't going to China at once. All the way across the world. Just for fucking nothing. And like I said, guys, when we're watching history here, I mean, just look at these iconic photos. I'm going to put it on the full screen here. Just look at these iconic photos that we're looking at right here. You got Scott Bessent. You got the trade ambassador here. You got Rubio. You got Elon Musk, Tim Cook, all the CEOs behind him. They're all chilling here. And they're all hearing the interpretations from the Chinese side. It's just incredible. And again, this is... when I see pictures like this, it just makes me laugh because, again, this is the nicest pie going to disarm you look. Elon Musk is there again. You guys remember the narratives coming from the it was from the corporate media that China hates Elon Musk. It cannot be further from the truth, okay? And this was another one here. All right? These are iconic photos of some of the biggest moments in history that we're watching play out in front of our eyes. Trump brought the businessmen, not the government officials, not the politicians, his top generals and businessmen and women of all kinds of industries to China. And guys, I think if things were different with Russia, and they may be, I mean, Trump's got a lot more time to go. This is what Trump wants to do. He wants to bring sovereign nations together, keep everyone sovereign, but let's make some fucking business deals and let's help each other out. There should be no reason why we should be at each other's throats. Zero reason for it. Why not work together? In a way, guys, I even hate saying this term, but it's not an attempt. It's what Trump's doing. He's not attempting it. He's doing it right now. You're looking at the New World Order, but not the one that we were fighting against for years, against all kinds of insane psychopathic pedophiles. The New World Order under what you would call Donroe Doctrine. That's what we're watching right now. We're watching South America get completely, I mean, there's an article, guys, I didn't know where to fit it. There's headlines. There's from Zero Hedge, how the CIA right now, some of their top priorities are literally targeting all of the cartels right now. All of them. Trump's resetting the world order right now. And we're watching it every single day happen. And you know what? All we have to complain about is high gas prices. It is what it is. Those prices aren't going to stay there forever, fam. I'm saying that now since this whole thing started. They're not going to be staying there. And Trump is not going to be in this conflict all the way through the midterms. That'll be political suicide. He's not going to do that. Let's trust him. The guy has been crushing. And like I said, Elon Musk is back in the fold. And know who he brought with him? He brought little X. I can't imagine the life that little kid has, man. He is super pumped to be in China.
Why is this an important trip, Mr. Musk?
So we haven't even gotten news yet out of basically, we got some news out of some of the CEOs and some of the deals they made, but not nearly really any of them. And like I told you, this narrative that that China hates Elon. Elon just trying to fucking eat, okay? He's trying to eat. And apparently Elon, outside of the president, was the most popular dude there because the dude's trying to eat. He's just trying to hang out. And even these top officials all over the place, they just want to take pictures with him. And he keeps making these stupid faces. He's like, right there, he's like, I just want to fucking eat. Can I eat, please? Yeah. China hates Elon. It's like, oh, wait. I'm going to post a meme. Let me post a meme real quick. Oh, wait. Someone else wants another picture? Okay. I mean, it was non-stop. Non-stop with this. And we know Elon gets himself in trouble with the ladies. And we're like, Elon, don't do it. Don't do it, bro. You been good. You knocked up a crazy last time. Now she's going to be on forever child support. That's going to make her fucking filthy rich. Don't do it, bro. Just don't do it. So all these guys were there. Highly represented. And the other one that we know about, again, who was on Air Force One with Trump? It was Elon Musk and the CEO of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang. And out of some of these deals that went down, Trump cleared the way to sell advanced chips to 10 Chinese firms, and this deal alone is worth $50 billion.
Commerce Department is reportedly allowing 10 Chinese companies to buy NVIDIA's H200 chips. So what does this mean? Fox Business host Cheryl Tassoni is here with all the details. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi. Well, and we saw Air Force One, when they stopped to refuel in Alaska, pick up NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. And here you go. Here's the headline. Reuters exclusively reporting this morning that this H200 chip from NVIDIA will be sold to 10 companies in China. Jensen Huang has said that he believes it's a $50 billion market for him. And what's the business? We'll leave it there. So that's one issue. Domestically, though, it is bipartisan. It is manufacturers, steelmakers, auto companies. They don't want the president to allow Chinese electric vehicles to be manufactured.
So this is what I'm saying. You heard that at the very end, right? Everyone's good with Americans selling our products to rivals, adversaries, other countries. But you heard at the very end there, we don't want Chinese fucking vehicles, especially electric vehicles, in this country. They got that shit in Canada. I can tell you guys right now, you will never see me ever driving a exported car directly from China. Fuck that noise. It'll never happen because my ass will never be driving an electric vehicle. Ain't no way, ain't no how. That's definitely not going down. But that's the thing. You see some of the arm's length with China, and I completely understand it. Completely understand it. But what I am seeing on every single sector now, guys, and I talked about this yesterday with Pete Hegseth when he was talking about privatizing the military defense, getting it out of the bureaucracy and turning the military basically into a superpower business. It's going to be changing America into the producers again. and the exporters and not the importers. And then we are in control with our supply lines. We will give countries the weapons, AI chips. We will be the producers for it all. And that's only going to strengthen America even more and our ascendance back to being the superpower that we've always should have been. And now you're seeing it with AI. You saw it with Pete Hegseth. Now you're seeing it with the military. Now you're seeing it with AI. And no matter what you say, guys, the fact that if you look at this as a 40,000-foot view, if Trump is willing to make these deals, and obviously Trump talked to this guy beforehand, there's no way you're doing a deal like this unless you have the green light from the government. One sec, guys. Oh, as soon as it happened, too. Nice. There's no way you're doing a deal like this unless you get a green light from Trump and the government giving, supercomputer chips to the #1 rival that you are in a race with for AI. And it tells me that Trump is so confident in what we will have as resources and where we are in this race that Trump is actually willing to help China while we become and are the #1 superpower in all of these aspects. And fam, AI is at the top of the list. It's at the top of the list. And what's weird to me is I am seeing, just as a side note, I'm seeing a lot of corporate media doing this weird thing about AI and talking about the dangers of AI and should Trump really be helping our adversaries with AI? And our people domestically, they're afraid of it. All the resources, the data centers, the effects on the climate, water, like all this shit, right? And they're saying that people don't want it. And again, guys, like I've said many times, like even out here where I live, there has been a battle for at least since I've lived out here for this data center out where I live. And a lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people don't want it. It's like the environment out here is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. And people don't want a big fat data center to be plopped on the side of a mountain out here. And I understand it. But at the same time, I've accepted, I don't know where you guys are at, but I've accepted that AI is here to stay. And for better or for worse, we need to move forward with it. It's not, our government has completely taken it over. This, to me, the AI stuff is no different than the .com bubble and when the internet was in its just becoming a thing. It's no different than when the internet was becoming used everywhere, widely used in the .com bubble, and websites and all that shit exploded. This to me is like that, but on steroids. It's where it's going. Damn it, froze again. So when I heard this, specifically about these computer chips, I'm like, okay, they are wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. What else came out from this summit? You actually had Xi here say, all these deals could actually make America great again.
The people of China and the United States are both great peoples. Achieving the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation and making America great again can go hand in hand. We can help each other succeed and advance the well-being of the whole world.
And it's just niceties, right? History in motion. And then Donald Trump gave the niceties back to Xi in a toast.
The relationship between the American and Chinese people goes all the way back to America's founding. The first American consul to China, Samuel Shaw, arrived on the first American trading ship to reach these shores in 1784. The Chinese merchants had a name for the Americans. They called their visions the New People. 2.5 centuries later, that first connection has grown into one of the most consequential relationships in world history.
美国人民和中国人民之间的友谊可以追溯到美国的建国之初。那么，美国的第一任驻华大使萨缪尔·肖先生 在1784年乘坐第一艘美国的商船到达了中国的沿岸。当时中国的商人是这样称呼到来的美国访客，他们将当时到来的美国访客称为一个崭新的民族。250年后的今天，这一个当初的友谊已经慢慢的演变成为当今世界当中最举足轻重的关系之一。
From the beginning, our citizens have shared a deep sense of mutual respect. Founding Father Benjamin Franklin published the sayings of Confucius in his colonial newspaper. And today's sculpture, recognizing that ancient Chinese sage, is carved into the face of the United States Supreme Court very proudly.
So what Trump is doing here, he is tapping into our legacy, our forefathers, the ones who helped build this country, and tying in Chinese history. You want to talk about the master of the weave? You're watching him in action right now. It's what Trump does. He does it masterfully with everything, and it works. I hope all future politicians are taking notes. So Xi gave him the final toast here, real quickly.
And to the health of President Trump and all the friends present. Cheers.
Ganbei.
Cheers.
It's probably like the one sip of alcohol that Trump's had in like 30 years. So they get the niceties done. They get that underway. And now, where do we get on what the deals are? So this is what's being reported as of right now, okay? The White House says Trump, Xi agree that Iran cannot control the Strait of Hormuz, as China warns against creating the Thucydides trap. And this is what I was talking about before, guys, about the reference to the Spartans and the Athens when they were at war. And essentially what this is referring to is that Sparta went to war with Athens not because they wanted to, but because they went to war out of fear of being destroyed. Now, this was Xi's kind of his own power move in a way, kind of referring to America as Sparta, as if China is the top dog here. But again, this is their leader, right? This is their guy. This is their president, essentially. Okay. He references that and says, are we going to go down the same road, or can we avoid the trap? And obviously, neither country wants this. And to be honest, when I was looking this up and trying to figure out what he was referencing here, this is all just optic power moves. Do I think Xi wants to get into a fight with America after what we just did with Venezuela, when I showed you guys that Marco Rubio was wearing the tracksuit of Maduro on his way to China? The technology that we have, we can send fucking airplanes through wormholes if we have to. We can blow your heads up with guns. We can find our pilots through tech called Ghost Murmur in the middle of nowhere just by a heartbeat on a pinpoint from our CIA. They don't want that. They don't want that smoke, guys. They don't want that smoke, as the kids say. But as far as what we're going to be getting with Iran, to me, this is the most interesting part. This is what the takeaway is. Let's get into it.
We just got a readout from the White House on this big bilateral meeting between the two presidents. So I'll read a couple of notes that I've taken away from this statement. They talked about expanding market access for American businesses into China. Remember, the president brought this delegation of 16 CEOs from different business and tech backgrounds. They also talked about wanting more progress on stopping the flow of fentanyl. That's something the president brought up. Now, the Chinese purchases of American agricultural products was also something that was brought up in these discussions. And President Xi expressed interest in purchasing more American oil to reduce China's dependence on the strait in the future. That's a really big takeaway. So we're going to focus on that as well. Also, both countries agree that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. And after reading through this readout, there was really nothing in there that said that China was going to help pressure Iran in any way to ending the conflict. We were wondering if that was going to come up.
We'll give you guys an update on that specific point here, because everyone's saying that China wants to help with Iran, but what is the United States going to give as part of some deal to China? Did Trump offer China something to help with Iran? We'll answer that in a little bit.
It has been an incredibly busy day for the president, touring around all over Beijing. The president began his day with a visit to the Great Hall of People at the heart of the city, where he was greeted by President Xi. The delegation heard the national anthem along with a 21-gun salute, and the two leaders then had a bilateral meeting. And the president commented on his relationship with Xi. Watch.
You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. We're going to have a fantastic future together.
So once the bilateral was over, we actually got several statements from the Chinese side almost immediately. This is a not so thinly veiled warning from the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokeswoman on Taiwan, the issue of Taiwan, which, by the way, gets a ton of its defense weapons from the U.S. This is what she wrote. President Xi stressed to President Trump that the Taiwan question is the most important issue in China-U.S. relations. If it is handled properly, the bilateral relationship will enjoy overall stability. Now, here's the moment a reporter shouts a question at the two leaders about Taiwan, and watch what happens next.
How are your talks, sir?
It's great.
Did you talk about Taiwan?
Great place. Incredible. China's beautiful.
Yeah. They didn't say nothing about Taiwan.
Yeah, neither wanted to say anything about it. Meanwhile, Iran looming in the background as a report overnight indicates
that means he didn't get shit from Trump on Taiwan. I can tell you that right now.
Iran may have taken a vessel near the Strait of Hormuz. While President Trump says he does not need Xi's help in ending the conflict, administration officials did go into this bilat saying that they were hoping to see China play a role, considering that it buys the largest amount of Iranian crude.
We've made the argument to the Chinese, and I hope it's compelling. The Chinese have ships stuck in the Persian Gulf because setting up a system that says we're going to let certain ships through but others not, it's easier said than done. It's a huge source of instability. It threatens to destabilize Asia more than any other part of the world. It's in their interest to resolve this. We hope to convince them to play a more active role.
And remember, there were a huge contingency of CEOs that were present at the ceremony today. We saw them leaving the bilateral early, meaning that...
So business deals, they agree that Iran can have a nuclear weapon. They understand that Iran cannot control the Strait of Hormuz. And one of the biggest ones that the media did not want to report on was the fact that China now, because Trump was wheeling and dealing, is now looking to go to Alaska for oil imports.
Details of the deals China is already committing to and over the last day. Fox Business anchor David Asman trying to put the piece of the puzzle together. David, you've been tracking this. What do you think so far? Because I'm encouraged that we're talking about selling them oil and gas. And I spoke to the senator from Alaska yesterday. And he was telling me that they're looking to explore Alaska, which is a much shorter distance than the Strait of Hormuz.
Absolutely, it is, and it's with specific regard to the rare earths. I mean, drill baby drill. Donald Trump's policy about energy doesn't just deal with oil and oil products. It's also talking about the rare earths that we're hoping to develop here in the United States, getting rid of a lot of the onerous federal regulations that happened were goosed up during the Biden administration. We saw them really roll out during the Obama administration. So we're way behind the curve in terms of doing that. But U.S. companies, with all of their ingenuity.
Why would China want to go through the Strait of Hormuz now when obviously America is going to control it in some kind of capacity? They're going to have final say about what happens over there when China can just come to Alaska and when it's way closer. They won't get blown up. They won't have to worry about any of that bullshit. Like I told you guys, whatever comes out of this deal, it's going to put America first. It always, always does with Donald Trump. And now I wanted to give you guys some clarity on when it comes to Iran, because obviously Trump doesn't need China's help with Iran. They got that on lock. So people were asking, well, because Xi still offered to help him. And the media is now asking, well, if that's the case, what is China getting in return for helping? And this is what Rubio had to say.
What exactly did President Trump ask President Xi for when it comes to Iran?
He didn't ask him for anything. I mean,
he didn't ask him for shit. Nothing.
We're not asking for China's help. We don't need their help.
But he raises the issue.
We raise the issue to make clear what our position is and to make it clear so they understand, because I mean, it's logical we would talk about it given how dominant that issue is. Our position is very clear. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And that's what they were, they were on the verge of building a conventional capability where they had so many rockets, so many drones that you couldn't do anything against them. They would hide behind that conventional shield to do whatever they wanted with their nuclear program in the future. That's why the president chose to act. In response to that, Iran has decided that they're going to take an international waterway and turn it into theirs and charge tolls for it. We're not going to allow that to happen, and that's why there's a blockade. It's a direct result of what they've done.
What exactly?
So Trump gave them nothing. Nothing. Because you want to know why? Trump says you want the oil? You want that stability? Go to Alaska. Get it from us. It's closer. It's better quality. Get it from us. Stop with this fucking nonsense. You don't need it. Again, this is what superpowers do. You don't need to go to Iran for what makes your country stable, what makes your country run. You don't need to do it. We'll make deals. Maybe, guys, maybe there's some stuff, some tariff relief with coming to Alaska. Again, this is all part of the deals. This is what he does. It's incredible. So, guys, we're hopefully going to be getting more details on this as this all comes out. And I want to just give you guys on the end note here with all this. Xi Jinping and his wife have now been set to meet here in the United States. And this is going to be going down at the White House on September 24th. Trump says it is his honor. It is my honor to extend an invitation to you and Madame Peng to visit us at the White House this September 24th, and we look forward to it. Trump said at the conclusion of a 10-minute toast at head of a state banquet in the Chinese capital's Great Hall of the People. It's a very special relationship, and I want to thank you again. So, Xi's coming to town, guys, in September, which honestly, not that far from now. So there you have it. Absolutely incredible. Now, what we're going to be getting into, guys, on Pilled exclusively, I need to wreck some shit because I am livid. Absolutely livid. And I wanted to cover the China stuff first because, guys, I am livid with what in the hell is going on with the ODNI, the CIA, and this little bullshit fucking stunt of this CIA guy with COVID-19 as some whistleblower, and this whole thing about MK Ultra files and JFK Jr. files being basically ransacked and raided out of Tulsi's office, which all ended up being fucking fake news for the most part. We're going to get into all this, guys, because when Trump gets back to America, someone's head's rolling. Someone's head is rolling, and he's going to be pissed. Because it wasn't just China that was dominating the headlines last night. And Fox News is going to get burned for this, too. Pushing bullshit stories about Trump's Ratcliffe and Gabbard basically at war with each other over hiding documents. So we're going to be moving exclusively over to Pill, guys, as we always do. So let's get that done. Fam, we're at 6,017 goal pills and counting, fam. Halfway to our 20K goal. Let's keep that rocking and rolling. Let's move everyone over to pill.net right now for a kick. Rumble, X, YouTube. Thank you for joining the show. We have the best parts of the show coming up, as we always do, exclusively on pill.net. So let's get on over there, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Little Cat, for holding it down. Please join us on Pill, guys. Why support big tech? Why support Rumble? It's nothing but bots. Come join us on an American-made platform built by Patriots for Patriots. We'll see you guys tomorrow or tonight